We're back on Singapore Tonight. Starting next year, Grab drivers and food delivery riders will receive live flood alerts directly from Singapore's National Water Agency, PUB. Now, this move is a cornerstone of PUB's pioneering flood resilience campaign. It's designed to empower the public with the knowledge and tools to stay flood-wise and navigate the growing challenges of a changing climate. As part of the campaign, PUB has teamed up with transport giant Comfort Delgro and the vehicle management platform Motorist to amplify its efforts. It is to share flood safety tips with their drivers and users. Starting next month, motorists can also collect car decals that contain useful flood tips at all Esso petrol stations island-wide. Drivers spotted at these stations with the decal on their vehicles may win grocery vouchers. Car-sharing company Blue SG will also put these decals on their vehicles. Now, in a conversation with PUB's Director of Catchment and Waterways, CNA's Rachel Teng delves into Singapore's efforts to become flood-ready and the role residents play in this mission. Our first question for him: how does the city identify flood-prone areas, and are these regions shifting as our climate continues to change?
Flood-prone areas are typically low-lying areas based on topography. And through our upgrading of our drainage infrastructure, we have brought down the flood-prone areas from about 3,000 hectares in the 1970s to about 30 hectares today. While we continue to expand our drainage system and also raise low-lying areas, we have seen around the world that there are instances of extreme weather causing intense and severe floods. And that's why it's important that we recognize that it's not possible to eliminate flood due to extreme weather. It's important that all of us be flood ready.
So we keep talking about this idea of being flood ready, right? So what does it actually mean to be flood ready?
To be flood ready means we have to continue to do what we do, and not only that, to improve on what we do. We have a drainage master plan, and we execute. The drainage master plan prioritize which stretches of the drainage system that we need to upgrade. Right? We currently have 8 ongoing major canal projects and 20 roadside drainage systems projects. For the community to be flood ready actually means if you have a development, you will have to design it based on our standards. 2, when your development is ready, you must make sure your drainage system is in order, maintain it, make sure there's no chokages. 3, if your development is in a known flood-prone area, work with us to see how to better prepare and protect your development.
Maybe could you give us one example of a key area that's going to be focused on in the drainage master plan?
Maybe I can share, which everybody is always interested in, is the Bukit Timah stretch of roads. The Bukit Timah area is known to be a flood-prone, flood-risk area. We have an ongoing project now, and we're rushing to complete it, scheduled for completion in 2026, and by then, after completion, the flood protection of Bukit Timah will be enhanced. And over the past decade, the Singapore government has already invested in $2 billion to improve our drainage infrastructure. And for the period 2021-2025, we're investing another $1.4 billion to improve our drainage system. One example, when I mention critical infrastructure, are the MRT stations entrance and exit. If you can see, when you go to the MRT station, you got to climb up a flight of steps, right? All of them, I think. Actually, it is at that level that requires steps because they have to comply with our minimum platform level.
Is the plan to expand our drainage system indefinitely? And if not, what are some of the more innovative approaches that we can take?
I think Singapore, as everyone knows, is land scarce. Drains, other services, other developments have to compete for land. There will be instances that we need to work with others to coexist our infrastructure. right? A few projects that we have already done, which are not our normal drain widening projects, is the Stamford Detention Tank, which we constructed after the floods in Orchard Road. It's actually situated below Botanic Gardens, right? So on top you still get Botanic Gardens, below is a large detention tank. So this detention tank serves to retain stormwater, right, from overwhelming the drainage system in the city and Orchard Road area during heavy rainfall, and when the weather, when the rain subsides and the downstream drains are ready to receive this stormwater, we will discharge the stormwater from the tank to the drains.
So what about some of the areas that are harder to retrofit?
The Site Awi pumping station, a quite similar concept to Stamford Detention Tank, where we have a pumping station at the tank to retain water during a heavy storm, so that the low-lying and older estates of Jalan Besar, the drainage system there will not be overwhelmed during the storm. And this Site Awi pumping station will pump up the water to the Rochor Canal.
How do we ensure that these flood-prone areas are also being used for recreational and other purposes?
We have Bishan Ang Mo Kio Canal, which I think many of us know. It was designed as a floodplain project. Right? We also recently commissioned the Alkaf Lake, which is again a retention pond to collect rainwater during storms and later discharge. Both these projects was a collaboration between PUB and Parks and several other agencies to make a drainage infrastructure open for recreational use. We continuously look for such opportunities to see how we can bring people closer to water. You know, we want people to get near to water, enjoy the water, build a relationship with water, and take ownership of water.